Hi everyone, my name's Amy and today we're going to be doing a video all about the Derbyshire Business Expo, which was at Pride Park in Derby. It was on the 14th of May and I've never really been to a big event like this before, so I wanted to document it and share it with you. Walking around and actually getting to know people was probably the highlight of my day, really, because we're all in the same boat. We're all trying to make things work, make ends meet, and also just feeding inspiration off each other as well. And I think that's probably why I enjoyed coming here so much. I met a lot of these business owners at a different event at Bean Coffee. Big up to Ian for that one. But getting to know people, and then these people start to slowly become into your social circle. And for me, that's massive. So just want to say thanks to everybody for that. I appreciate it very much. One thing I really did want to do was get an interview with a few people, and I managed to get 3 interviews, and this is one of them, and I'm going to hand you over to him now. What a legend.
We're a taxi company in Derby, fully app based, and we launched it because we think there's a better way of doing sort of everyday travel than some of the large corporate companies. The large corporates don't tend to be as local as they tend to say they are. So we're Derby Cars, and we're all about celebrating local drivers with local knowledge, local connections, supporting each other. So on Derby Cars, you only get a Derby licensed driver. You're not going to get any out-of-town placement. Yep. So that's our jam. And the reason that I'm not going to say it's the reason I do it, because I'm not like, oh yeah, it's my calling, that's my vocation. I'm not going to say that. What I'm saying is, it's nice chatting to people, so you never know what somebody else's story is, and it's nice to kind of open whatever chapter they're on, find out about it, and then sometimes they're leaving happier, sometimes they're leaving a bit more fulfilled. It's an amazing, because it's quite peaceful. So I drive a big Mercedes, and it's quite calm in the back, it's comfy. So people kind of get in and they relax a little bit, they're chilling out a little bit. I mean, it's just nice. It's just nice spending time. So it's just nice spending time. So you're more than welcome to come and sat and chat about stuff.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Thank you so much, my lovely. Thank you. Isn't he a legend? And now I'm going to also hand you over to the wonderful Wendy from the Mental Wealth Company in Derby.
Yeah, so this is the beautiful Wendy. I've just learned so much from him, just probably over a week. And what do you do? Tell everyone what you do.
Oh my God, what do? I drink tea.
Yeah.
I eat biscuits, and in between those times I help organisations to design and just they help their staff thrive at work, right? There's so many people who struggle day to day, either through things that happen at work or life challenges, and most of the time we don't let that on, but sometimes it comes out in, maybe you're finding it more difficult to come to work, or maybe your work's not what you want it to be, and sometimes we don't even know it's happening. But what we do is teach people to look for those signs and symptoms. And we talk a lot about mental health, but sometimes you can just be a bit off it, right? Or you can be a bit quieter than usual, or you may be eating too many biscuits because it makes you feel a bit better. That's me. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if it doesn't go unchecked, it can lead to places where you don't want to be. So we help organisations to design good jobs, upskill people within their organisation who most of the time haven't been recruited for the purpose of looking after people and looking out for people. We've usually been employed to do a particular technical thing, and then we've maybe ended up in a management position or in a position where we are working alongside people. We don't necessarily have the skills that we need to understand what's going on around us. So we help people upskill. We teach them, like I said, looking out for signs and symptoms that people might be struggling, but also the skills to go and approach that person, and just, it can be something really simple, like, do you want a brew?
Yeah.
Do you fancy a brew? I'm just going to go and get outside. Do you want to come outside for 5 minutes? And just allowing people to have some more of those conversations that are might help them to express themselves a little bit, share a little bit, and connect a little bit in the workplace, because there's so many of us, I think, that have become quite disconnected, because we're going through a massive digital evolution at the moment. There's a lot of people who are working from home, and even if you see somebody on Zoom or Teams, you're just seeing a square, you're not seeing what's going on in the background. So we help people to kind of put those take more opportunities to connect to their colleagues and workplaces. So we do that through lots of training. We do all the way from wellbeing team days for a team, or a personal resilience training. We do mental health first aider training, and we also offer coaching. So it might be that you've got somebody who's maybe off work or on the edge of not being at work, who just needs a little bit of extra help. So we do a little bit of life coaching with them. Or we can do something much more strategic, which is to do with their career and where they want to take their career progression next. So so we've got a whole suite of.
It's like a whole thing, isn't it?
Like a whole
rainbow.
biscuit barrel. I'm just going to bring it back to biscuits. We've got a whole biscuit barrel of things that we can go. So it might be that somebody in your organisation needs the chocolate chip cookie, but somebody needs the one that's been dipped in chocolate with a really nice dark chocolate. Everybody needs something a little bit different. So we've got a whole smorgasbord, whatever that analogy is, of different things that we can do to help the people in your organisation to thrive at work.
And that is why we ended up connecting, and it's like been a whole thing. And so I will be doing the mental health cafe in July, isn't it? Wealth cafe in July, and it's going to be a whole sort of just day of learning, isn't it? And embracing mental health and what that looks like.
Yeah, and you'll be coming with your lived experience about what you've learned through your life. Every session is really informal. It's confidential, and it's just a talking space. So we'll pick a theme. This week we were talking about how keeping active, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's just stretching while the kettle boils, or maybe it is going for do a half marathon before breakfast. Whatever that looks like for you, and actually nutrition and how that kind of. How important we're fighting against ultra-processed foods, which are being marketed and pushed at us all the time. And actually, the stuff that actually keeps us well is all around us. It's eating whole foods, it's drinking more water, all the stuff But do you know what? It's really difficult for some people to do, many of us to do, because our brains aren't geared up to, we've got things like cookies that are sitting here, literally. I mean, how many people can resist these, right? So we're fighting this stuff. So but talking about how important it is can really help people to go, oh yeah, actually I do need to not buy the cookies this week. I'm going to buy
bananas.
And apples. And actually, oh my God, I really enjoy a good crunchy apple, don't you?
Sometimes,
yeah.
Not if they're soggy. I don't like soggy apples.
Crunchy though.
Crunchy apple's good.
And it's just reminding people of the basics.
Amazing.
That's it, really.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah. So if you're in the area, come along, because it's going to be a lot of fun, obviously, because we're here. So, yeah.
And there will be biscuits.
So I'll show you. So you've got your website, haven't you? The Mental Wealth Company, and then you're on LinkedIn as well.
Yep. Come and find us, and just look out for the Mental Wealth Cafe tab and get yourself booked on, and we will see you around.
Come and meet us. Yeah. Bye.
This is the stand of Chris Breeden, who's going to be on my podcast pretty soon, which I'm really excited about. And then the last interview that I managed to get today was from an incredible photographer called Hayley, and she's got a story to tell as well, which is so inspirational. So guys, I'm here with the lovely Hayley. Hello, my lovely.
Hello, nice to see you.
I'm talking to people all about mental health and how being self-employed has been a massive sort of thing for you. So how has being self-employed helped your mental health?
Okay, so it's not just the self-employed thing, it's the job that I do, which is being a photographer. So over the years, it has its ups and its downs. So sometimes you have years of brilliant business and sometimes it can be a bit quiet. But the one thing, and it's all about having a passion really, the one thing that is important for me is my brother sadly passed away of a brain tumour at a very young age of 39, and he had 3 very small children. Now, they have learnt to get to know their dad through all of the hundreds of photographs that we take. And for me, whenever I'm feeling down, I always think of that, because it just helps remind me of the importance of the job that I do for people, which is, okay, I'm working commercially today, but I'm a memory capturer and a memory maker, and that just makes me feel so much better about the business I'm in. And I think if anybody's in a business that has a passion, that's what's important for you.
Absolutely. Honestly, you've been a superstar. And this is my first little interview at this place. So thank you ever such a lot, my lovely.
Oh, you're welcome.